Our names are Nat and Max, a husband and wife travel duo that love new experiences. And in this video, we're doing exactly that, as we explore train travels through Canada. The last time we were together, we toured the historic landmarks and streets of Old Montreal. It was literally like walking into a movie set.
But today, we're leaving Montreal to head over to Toronto, and instead of flying, we booked a ticket with Via Rail, which is one of the main passenger rail transport companies in Canada. Montreal Central Station is considered to be the second busiest train station in Canada, so we made sure to pack our bags and leave our hotel early to avoid the rush. We also bought our tickets online, which gave us some breathing time as opposed to buying it here, so I think it's just a few minutes before we start boarding.
We got tags. So they did check for our proof of vaccination and they gave us these tags as a sign that we are vaccinated.
Are you okay with the stairs?
Yes, they're okay.
Okay. Car 6, you have that, eh?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 6. 5, 6.
Hi.
Number 6?
Hello. 6.
Thank you.
Over there. Welcome. Hello.
Left side, small guys, front of the seat, please.
This is gonna be us.
Tip number 12. There's no seatbelts, right?
No seatbelts.
No seatbelts.
Who you're waving to?
I know. Montreal. This is a 5-hour train ride from Montreal's Central Station to Toronto's Union Station. Since it's only 5 hours, it does not have any sleeper cars that you'd normally get on an overnight train. We picked the cheapest seats, so we're designated to the back of the train, and the prices usually go up from there. Think of it like an airplane where the business class people are also at the front of the plane.
Minutes au premier arrêt, ça va être Dorval, par ensuite ça va être pas loin à Kingston, Belleville, Aubert, Oshawa, Greenwood et Toronto, le dernier arrêt. Conformément aux directives gouvernementales en matière de santé, tous les passagers âgés de 2
So we are officially on our way to Toronto, and this is Via Rail's economy cabin. So we thought we'd divide this into 3 parts. So first part is going to be our first impressions. This is, by the way, our first time taking a long distance passenger train. So we thought we'd give you guys our first impressions. Second would be a train tour, and the last part would be just the food. Yeah.
First impressions, I think now we know why traveling by train is a good alternative to air travel. Because it's convenient and it's cheap and it's almost the same experience as the flying.
So in terms of space, you do get a lot more space compared to a budget airline, or at least for this cabin. Because if you guys remember, we flew to Montreal on a budget airline and it was like no space at all. This one, you get a lot of space.
So we also have the armrest over here, but it's too low. I think it's hip level. See? We also noticed that compared to the airplane, you don't have a seatbelt. I guess you don't get as much as turbulence compared to an aircraft. The most you're going to get is just the wiggling movement from train tracks. So that's probably the reason why you don't have the seatbelt. We also noticed that the air condition in the train is centralized, so you don't have the option to control it on your seat. You only have the light.
Canada has had the strangest weather lately. If you guys remember, we had some extreme heat waves last year and almost an endless winter. And we were so looking forward to this trip as we were shooting it in April and thinking that we'll get warmer temperatures. But to our surprise, during the train ride, we started seeing small little snowflakes slowly creeping up into our window.
Snowing right now.
And before we knew it, it was already winter wonderland again outside. That made us feel the distance between the 2 cities we are traveling from.
Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live.
So I went ahead and stretched my legs a little bit, and I was able to pass through some of the cars. So yeah, that car in front of us is kind of like a similar setup but different seats. So maybe that's a higher class. So essentially I thought that they were going to prevent me from going to the other cars because, you know, it's COVID and we're moving It was kind of moving a lot actually. The attendant said that it was okay, so I could stretch around and go to the other cars.
So for an economy ticket, this is your setup. You get a coffee chair with this headrest. You won't swirl around. And for added comfort, you can even recline your seat. We have this tray for your drink. We have a basket over here, which includes all your necessities and pamphlet and even a garbage bag. And down here, you have your charging ports. So for your personal items and small bags, we have an overhead bin up here. For small carry-ons and luggages, we have a designated area for them. So if you're wondering what the bathroom situations are for this 5-hour journey, there were 2 bathrooms in each car, and to our surprise, it was larger than an airplane bathroom. It's very spacious and clean. You even have a changing station if you need one for your baby. It's also worth mentioning that the train comes with Wi-Fi, so if you want to do some work done, you can do so.
And although the train comes with free public Wi-Fi, it's always a great idea to protect yourself before connecting to these services. That's why we wanted to quickly tell you about Surfshark. Surfshark has been our go-to VPN for a number of years now, and if you're not too familiar with the VPN, it stands for Virtual Private Network. It's essentially a layer of security that encrypts your data so hackers can't steal your personal information while you're surfing the internet in public areas such as cafes, airports, or a moving train. Aside from keeping you safe, a VPN can also help you unlock content that isn't available in your area. It's super easy to switch from one location to another and get access to a completely different content library. We use it on all of our devices because Surfshark is the only VPN service that offers one account for unlimited devices. It's always in our best interest to keep you safe, so we got you 83% off, plus 3 additional months free if you use our code Nat and Max, or simply click on the link in the description down below. Is that lunch?
You know it's going to cost you a lot of money, eh?
How much is your talent fee?
What do you need?
2 lunch please.
No, we don't have that today.
Oh, okay.
So the sandwiches I can offer you is still ham and cheese, turkey, or vegetarian.
Okay, turkey for me?
Okay.
How about you? Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
So 1 turkey, 1 ham and cheese?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
A coffee for me, please.
Coffee. And 2 bottles of wine and 5 beers. 5 beers, 5 beers.
All for me. So unfortunately they don't have lunch options today, but they do have light snacks. So this is a turkey sandwich, and Max got a ham and cheese. We just got coffee and tea, and I think we should be good.
You can use your phone, you can use your card.
It's actually cold. It's a cold sandwich.
It is cold.
It's still good though.
On behalf of Rail Canada and Chuck, it has a pleasure having you on board with us today. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know.
Take care.
Yeah. We have finally made it to Toronto!
And it blows my mind. Yeah, it blows my mind.
Wow.
This is such a bigger station.
She's my lover.
Such a bigger station than Montreal, right?
The ceiling is so high.
So this is Toronto Union Station, eh?
Yeah. It looks like the New York.
Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
Grand Central Station from New York, right?
Yeah.
Well, Toronto's kind of the New York of Canada anyway, so. So we finally got off via rail, but we're trying to figure out the transit system here in Toronto. So it's not like Vancouver that there's only one train transit.
Yeah.
There's multiple ones. So
Complicated.
Got it?
You got it?
Yeah, hopefully.
2 minutes walk.
Just 2 minutes?
Yeah, we're super close to the station.
Ah, so this is Toronto.
Oh my gosh, the buildings are so tall.
It's so big. So we have finally made it to Toronto after traveling for 5 hours via Rail, and a little bit because we had to figure out all the transit systems here in Toronto. TTC is their transit system here in the GTA area, and the Presto card is a reloadable card that you could use. So maybe we'll get that for the next couple of days. But we just bought a single purchase ticket so we can get to our hotel. And yeah, we're just staying here at a Holiday Inn in downtown Toronto.
The hotel was fully booked, so we just booked the cheapest room that we can find.
And also it was a last minute trip. But we're gonna be here in Toronto for 2 days and trying to explore the city. Traveling by train from Montreal to Toronto has been an eye-opener. Before, we've always just knew that we had to fly to a destination because we didn't know any options as convenient and as cheap as air travel. Train travel does have its drawbacks compared to air travel, being the travel time may take longer, but we would say it's still a pretty close comparison between the two in terms of comfort. If we have the time to spend, we'll certainly be looking at traveling by train again.
So we made it to the largest city in Canada. And you could just imagine the number of things to do in this city. We're going to try to maximize our 2 days and explore the core of Toronto in the next video. So we hope you subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.